Well then, turning to the rest of you in the cart, does anybody else have anything they need to do? I imagine we'll be able to leave and get some sightseeing, and we have plenty of time right now. Looking back, looking back, he just shakes his head. Well, I'll take your silence for,
No, it is.
and with that, he just continues.
As we're moving, looking at my stopwatch, do I know what time it is?
Pocket watch?
Sorry, yeah, pocket watch,
Threw
not
me off there,
stopwatch.
Chief. You know it to be about 11 a.m.
I guess turning to the others. So, while I was away, did anything new occur?
Nope. I finished the book. I feel much stronger now. I got these as I show the party. Another bracelet of defense. Useful for me.
Oh, nice.
With that, looking at the road, is this smooth? Like, there's a bumpy trails. Is it
It's
clear?
it's well worn dirt technically. You note that it seems to be a sediment type dirt. Doesn't seem to do much in the rain. Might even be clay. That said, it's fairly well worn from traffic. As far as being smooth or flat, there certainly are still pocks and other things that make it rigid at times.
Okay, I'm on the transit to try to tune through things. Okay. Oh, well, I got tempted. I can make the attempt. With that, we can start trancing, trying to tune the weapon using this open trance. Okay, that's 4 hours. Yep, 4 hours. Okay, then.
Looking towards the Abbot. Uh, just a question, curiosity actually. What will you do after Visilka's married to Strahd? Any other goals you have in mind?
You can just see him shaking his head. No, my calling to this land was to, well, assist in ending its suffering. But I'm not sure. I will return to my mongrel folk and discuss it with them, perhaps. Family is important.
Yeah, just kind of raise my ears a bit. If you don't mind, though, me asking, where is that? Well, I'm not sure if I ever asked, but where exactly are you from?
Well, I'm from Barovia, of course.
I just kind of nodded. All right then.
With that, as you approach the eastern gate, you note no guards on duty, as the gate just seems to have a large chain just kind of going around and inside each part with a massive lock on the front. The abbot just stops the cart and stares at it. I imagine they don't use this entrance very often anymore. It seems all but abandoned. He just kind of turns back to you all. Pardon me, do any of you have a lockpick or a spell that could open that? His points towards the chained gate.
Well, I'm transferring to say that.
I've learned a whole trick. Not as good as Lucian, but I gave it a shot.
Is it? I guess as I look at the chain, is it made of metal? And how
Yes, it
large
is.
is it?
The lock is fairly big. It's almost the size of Kester's old lock. The chains are fairly large as well. There seems to be a number of them just wrapped around.
Oh, okay.
So then I could probably give it a shot if it's not an issue.
You note the abbot nodding. Certainly.
Just kind of nodding, taking out my thieves' tools and just kind of shifting through it for whatever that tool is called, the pick filer. I'm going to attempt to pick the lock, just using my ears to hear the sounds of the mechanics, just lifting it one by one. We
You note the lock just kind of clicking as it pops off the chain, just hanging. With that, the abbot just kind of claps. Very nicely done. Hmm. A very nice roguish trick.
kind of nod. Yeah, I learned it from watching Lucian. It allows me to find my skills a bit. That's back in that carriage.
Like I said, family is important. You note him just kind of staring at the gate, looking at the chains and whatnot. As I'm sorry, you got back in the cart.
Yeah.
With that, just kind of looking at you, the abbot gets out of the cart and walks to the gate and removes the chains and pushes it open as he returns to the cart. Well then, I suppose we shall head towards the unknown. And with that, you leave Valaki. Sorry about that. As you traverse through Valaki, you note the old Svalich road from here seems a bit cramped as the trees start leaning in towards you. Very much the same as you noted in Yester Hill. It seems the trees are moving of their own volition. They seem to be doing what they need to do, almost ending your path. You note behind you, just kind of quickly turning here, that the trees just overtake this area completely. As the trees begin to grow and form, you could just see a stoppage of the road right there. Hey, now, that's a little much. Right there. There you go. Just looking back as the trees cluster around it and lock it into place, you note the path just disappearing. A familiar happening to many of you in the original, or many of you who started with the party. You note once you entered Barovia, the trees also did the same thing to you. With that being said, the abbot just slowly looks back at it. That seems a bit distressing, but no matter. We're here now. Shall we continue?
I will not.
And with that, you continue forward. So, noting directly to the east, you can't really see much of anything as the mountain range here has all but swallowed everything in the distance. You find yourselves just kind of traversing a long, just very tight, steep mountains to the left or to the right of you. No, I'm sorry, to the left of you. To the right of you, a very dense, thick forest that seems to be pushing forward towards you, almost ensnaring you. The trees begin to whisper. You can almost hear words, but there's nothing audible enough for you to pick up what's being said. You note the mountain rising out of the rock, straight up. You're not sure the number, but you imagine it's about 250 feet before it just kind of stops and then pushes even farther up until summit areas. Ranging the corner and just kind of hoping Tilgrim is paying attention to the time. You note the very slow pace and very long road as you get down towards a small kind of fork. You note broken road signs sitting to the west of you. I'm sorry, to the west. Yeah, to the west of you, a small path leads through a craggy rocks and hills towards a strange, what seems to be tower on a hill. You know the large and old, just broken windmill, just slowly, not turning anymore, but just kind of locked in place, moving. Massive amounts of scarecrows just spread across the hills you see nearby, just sitting there. Along to the east and or south, the road just kind of stretches around mountainous terrain and continues. You're not sure what's on the other side as you can't see it based on the mountains. As the abbot kind of slows down, you see him just looking over towards the road sign and just trying to make heads or tails of it. Well, do any of you, hmm, which way would you like me to go? He just kind of looks at both paths. I'm certain south is a castle, but there is a strange path leading up to that old, what is that?
I think that's a windmill.
Windmill. I see. And its purpose?
Um, so I can't recall. Not really much of a farmhand.
Looking towards Otogro. What time is it? And I'd like to investigate that area if we have enough time. And usually windmills are used to generate some form of power.
I guess glancing at my pocket watch, it's is it around 1 or 12 at this point?
You note the time to be about 2 in the afternoon at this point.
It's around 2. It's 2 in the afternoon.
You could see the abbot nodding. By my count, if we head south, he just kind of scratches his chin a bit. We should meet the bridge before, before evening. We're making wonderful time. If you'd like to stop, I too would like to explore or see what this windmill does.
Yeah, we are adventurers after all. Kind of looking towards the rest.
Well, I haven't really heard any opposition, so
Raising my head, I'm just gonna look towards the windmill. If I remember right, I think someone lives there. It's back when I was a kid, though.
You note the abbot nodding. Yes, I can smell something in the air. It smells delicious. But I've not smelt this before. He just kind of wafts it towards him and then towards Vasilka. You all begin to note the smell of what seems to be almost a heavier aroma of fruit. You're not exactly sure what kind, but you can smell almost the citrusy, just kind of presence and fragrance coming down from the hill where the windmill sits.
So do you say fruit or cheese?
Fruit.
You said citrus, correct?
Citrusy to you, yes.
Well, let's look at the party. Well, there's someone probably in there. I imagine. Looking around, do I see any like citrus trees?
I'm sorry,
Or
do you see
fruit?
any what?
Do I see any like trees that would like normally produce citrus like fruits?
You don't know. You just note the pathway leading towards the windmill just has hills everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be anything but farmland and just scarecrows on the farm. You note nothing really growing either. It just seems like they've been desolate for a while.
Well, there's probably someone in there. Considering just looking at the area and all this.
Yeah, her name's Morgantha Motherly. If I remember right,
Oh.
she usually made pies.
Oh, friend of yours?
Someone I used to visit as a kid. If you want to stop by, she's usually open for visitors.
Well, let's go. It's 2 p.m. We have the time.
You mentioned her name was Magantha?
Yeah.
Hmm. Is she I guess a farmer of sorts? I
Uh,
asked because of the windmill and the number of scarecrows.
Usually a pie maker.
A pie maker.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember her farming much.
Hmm.
Mr. J, apologies real quick. How long was the trip from here to the windmill?
From where?
From the eastern gate to here, in hours.
Probably about an hour in total.
Okay, never mind. Okay, damn. Okay,
It
that's cool
seems.
now.
I was gonna say it seems the abbot is quite quick when it comes to getting you places.
Yeah,
Much
so
more
Strahd.
efficient than Kester or Esmeralda.
What that was? Yes. Okay then.
Well, noting the carts, you note that there's no horse at all. He just seems there is a horse, but it doesn't seem to be like anything you've seen before. It's almost made out of metal or some type of stone. It just kind of sits there, unmoving, unless the abbot says something.
Well then, we can't sit around all day.
I guess it's been decided we'll be visiting the pie maker, Margantha.
You note the abbot just kind of nodding. Wonderful. Then I will enjoy and engage with learning. And with that, as you head up the hill and just park just by the side next to some scarecrows, you note the positioning of the windmill and just from what you see around it. Old, yes, but still seemingly making noise. You could see it just kind of locked in place, just the windmill slowly moving back and forth. The fields around it seem to be tended to. There doesn't seem to be many crops growing as you're in fairly, or at least frost. The winter frost is setting into Barovia at this point. As you approach the windmill, you can hear just kind of a warm kind of singing coming from. As you look up, it seems as you kind of count the third floor. You know the window. You can't see much through it, but you could certainly hear singing coming from it, as it seems to be lifted open. As you listen into this and just note your surroundings, it doesn't seem there doesn't seem to be anything happening of sorts. Getting off the cart and heading towards the windmill's front door, you know the neat little path with some shrubbery next to it. With that being said, who all is venturing forth?
Wolfram.
Yeah, I'll come to him.
I'll get out of the cart.
I'll
and
also go.
I as well.
No, quick question. A 2 minute takes a short rest or a long rest?
You should have taken a long rest when you. Oh wait, you didn't. Yeah, you should have taken a long rest, but you didn't. You worked out the whole night, so you didn't take a rest.
Wait, did everyone take a long rest?
You should have because you went to sleep overnight.
Oh, okay, let me.
The only person who was up was Wolfram, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. There we go.
And with that, you know, Esmeralda's just popping out of the car. I guess I'll go see too. I've not ventured this far,
What the
not
fuck?
since I was a girl.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh no. Wolfram was saying that to as a brother. Like, wait, since when you got here?
She just kind of stares at you. Since the others have?
Oh shit.
She just kind of looks at you. Yes, you're not all the most aware of people, but I was traveling with Bennett towards Kretsk, and here we are. I told you, once you enter the gate, if I'm part of this whole prophecy thing, as Van Richten says, I'd like to see what part I'll play.
Ah, well, this what it is.
You know, getting out that it seems to be just a hard time for Kester, as the hill seems to have a strange incline. Getting up the cart and then off the cart seems to have also been kind of hard to manage. Go ahead and make a roll a d4 for me.
Yes,
Everyone,
sir.
everyone, or oh, no,
Oh yeah. You notice your body just kind of rickety as you get off the cart and like land on the ground. Your party just kind of looking over to you. It doesn't seem like anybody is trying to help you as you manage, just looking back towards them. With
I'll
that being said, that was everybody but Jotun?
I'll just help Kester as he tries to walk.
With that, you note Uh, just kind of getting to the door. You can smell just an overabundant just fragrance coming from it. Just smells of warm pastry. For those of you who can remember it from your former time, it doesn't seem right, however, as you kind of stand there. Something so lovely smelling that way. Hey, this shouldn't be raining either. Something smelling that way and being so just abundant in the air in the place like this. Sure, we'll do autumn leaves. Let's go. With that being said, holy shit, that's weird looking.
there's snow,
Uh,
bro.
what do you do?
Looking up at the tower, is any besides the third floor, there's no light emanating from the window? If there is.
You don't note much light emanating. You can see from the windows that there is light on, but it doesn't seem to be overwhelming in any way.
Alright then. Oh, stop. There we go. Well, no one's gonna do it. What's going on? Not gonna do it.
As Wolfram goes to the door, I'll just take off my mask and put it in the bag.
Sure thing, Chief. What is that sound?
What was that sound?
That's some breathing right there.
All right, cool. With that, I'm sorry, you said you knocked on the door?
Yes.
Or you inspected it?
Oh. Yeah, just back second first. Can I rewind or not so late?
Oh, with that, you kind of rapping at the door, you can hear a voice just sweetly from beyond it. Who's there?
That's the oh. Yes. So
You could just hear a woman's voice again go, I'm sorry? Who's there?
Wolfram, just move out of the way.
go on.
It's Bennett. Bennett Donvale?
Oh, well, there's a name I haven't heard in ages. You could just hear a snapping as the door opens. Old woman just kind of staring back at you, just looks over everything and smiles. My, Bennett, you've grown. I haven't seen you since Rahadin came around before. I must say, I haven't made anything for the castle in quite some time. Did you need something? Why? She just kind of looks past you. You have friends. Well, come in, come in. You could just see her moving into fairly just crowded, busy work area as she looks around. Well, I was cleaning the oven, but I suppose we can head upstairs. Come now. Well, actually, you just kind of hear a shouting from the upper level. A young girl's voice just goes, "Who is it, Mama?" As Morgantha just kind of turns and looks towards the stairs. Why, She stops. Actually, I don't think you've met my youngest. Last time I saw you, there was only the one. She just kind of turns and calls. Ophelia, Bella, come down. With that, you hear just kind of a clamoring of footsteps against the wood, just kind of rushing towards the stairs. By the sound of the faintness getting louder and louder, you'd imagine they were at least 3 floors up. As wow, they just kind of you see a young, just younger teenage girl just kind of stop with red hair staring down the steps. An older girl or woman that seems to be in her early 30s just kind of looking on, wide-eyed. Bennett. She just kind of stares at you as the younger one just kind of looks back and forth. Huh? You just note Morgantha nodding towards you and smiling. Well then, perhaps you can introduce us to your friends, Bennett. Hello. Looking directly towards Kester, you note Morgantha smiling, almost blushing a bit. Why, hello there, sir.
Taking off my top hat. Hello to you as well, ma'am.
Oh, quite the gentleman. Please. She just looks towards you, Bennett. Your friends?
Morgantha. From the left is Kester, Yama's Wolfram. The elf behind Yama's is Khan, and the small blue gnome is Tilgrim. Everyone, this is Morgantha Mothery. And
She just kind of bows almost, just curtsying a bit. Lovely introduction. Looking past Kester towards the corner and noting Tilgrim. A young lady. Why are you so far away?
Oh, I didn't. I had no reason in particular. I'm just, I guess a bit shy.
She nods. It's fine. My oldest was shy, but I guess you note the older woman just kind of on the top of the stairs shaking her head. Mother, you don't have to tell them that. Anyway, she just kind of pushes past the younger one, who just goes, you animal. You note the girl walking towards you, Bennett. That is you, isn't it?
in the flesh.
Why, it's been quite some time. I remember looking after you when we were children. Say, are you still with those other 3 brats?
Aurelia, Kelly, and Zelia. Yeah.
She just nods. Yes, they were troublesome. I hope they're still not picking on you as they used to.
Only one of them.
Well, one's better than all 3. Now then, she just kind of looks at her mother. What brings you all by? Not that it's, well, not a pleasure, but we were preparing for winter.
Well, we were passing by, and seems like most people in the group caught a whiff of Morgantha's pies. So they wanted to come by and see.
You just kind of nod as you see Morgantha look at you proudly. Well, I just baked a fresh batch. I was planning to clean the oven out. They're cooling upstairs. Say, You wouldn't want one for old time's sake, would you?
Sure. I don't mind. And if I remember right, I remember somebody in the castle wanted one the last time I talked to them. Who was it?
She just kind of puts her hand on her chin, looking at the other party members. Shaking her head, she just smiles. I'm not sure at all, but if it comes to you, let me know. Sadly, I've only baked 2, but I'd be willing to, well, get it sliced up and served up whenever it cools. It should only be a few more minutes.
Right. That'd be lovely.
Smiling to you, she just kind of looks at her youngest. Ophelia, go check on the pies. You just see her nodding, yes, Mama, as she just runs off.
Mr. J.
It's me?
I'm not. This might be just a coincidence on the character art, but as I glance towards the older daughter, noting her eye color and hair color, does she look familiar to anyone I may have run into? Particularly the woman with the anti-magic field? Perhaps like
Looking
a
her
sorcerer
over.
of sorts?
So looking her over, you cleverly just kind of begin to, I guess, think on memories. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Perception. Norma, right?
Yep.
What is that?
Looking her over, you note that she does seem familiar, but you can't quite place it. You imagine that your inklings are true, but there's no real way for you to confirm it.
I guess as I kind of brew over that, I'll just keep to myself a bit.
As you do that, you note, just kind of looking up back at her for a second, you lock eyes as she's just staring at you. Her smile kind of going away. She just has a almost eerie look as she looks down to you. As Morgantha just notices and looks back towards you, she smiles. Don't be wary. I'm sure if they're Bennett's friends, they're fine. You note the young woman named Bella just nodding. Fine, Mother. While you entertain our guests, I suppose I'll start cleaning. With that, you note her just moving to what seems to be a stone, almost furnace or a larger looking fireplace. You know that as a stove, as Morgantha called it, but for most of you, it's the first time you've ever noted it. Well, for Tilgrim, technically. So I said most of you. As she begins to just pull out just burnt ash and whatnot from it and take a rag and just kind of just look around it, she kind of just glances towards you out of her peripheral. With that, Morgantha just kind of nods, smiling as Ophelia just finally gets back down the stairs. Mother, one of the pies is cool enough to slice. The other one still needs a few more minutes. You see Morgantha just kind of clasp her hands together in front of her. Lovely. That's wonderful. All right. So, Bennett, should I give you the whole pie or should I slice it for you? Maybe she just kind of looks around. Maybe you'd all like to partake.
I think slicing up would be well. I don't think Velia would be. That's the name, Velia. I think she'll be alright with the slice.
You note her just kind of staring at you and just shaking her head. Well, if Velia wants it. Well, she just kind of stops, turning to her daughter. See to it that the other pie gets cooled quickly, my dear. Uh, I guess you're gonna have to fan it for your old mother. You know the filly is slowly walking up the steps. Okay, and just disappearing again. As Morgantha looks back at you. If Velia wants a pie, I don't think a slice will do. That's strange, though. You're being a bit modest, aren't you?
It's been a while since I've, well, I guess, been to Eastern Barovia. I spent a few months out towards the west, and it's mellowed some things.
She nods. Yes, you do seem less fiery than you used to. I'm glad, though. A calm spirit does wonders in a place like this. But need I remind you, Velia, no matter the age, could polish off one of those pies by herself. I've never seen a girl eat like that and keep such a trim figure. Anyway, uh, I'll make sure both of them are packaged for you. I'll slice the one for you and your allies, friends, and I'll make sure she gets the other one. Don't go spoiling it and eating some of the other one if you want to give it to her, though. You know how she'll get. And to be honest, I remember the stories Rahadin used to tell about well, your unfavored companions.
As she says this, Bennett kind of just freezes up a bit.
She just kind of puts her hand on your shoulder. Sorry, my dear. With that, you note Ophelia slowly walking down with what seems to be a large fan in one hand and two boxes in the other. They seem to be just white boxes with white string just tied both of them on top. You note Morgantha just pulling from a smock in front of her what looks like ink quill as she just kind of brushes it off. 1 second. Moving to the side, you see her just looking at a carton, just pulling some ink out, just kind of side-eyeing Kester a bit. Excuse me, sir. Going back, she just dips the quill and quickly signatures each of the box tops as her daughter just holds them out, putting down the fan. She just looks at her. Ophelia, which one is the sliced one? You note her just kind of, this one, as she raises the box on the right up, as she just kind of writes down and quickly signatures Bennett's name. The other, she just quickly writes down, to my dear friend, Miss Velia, before just pointing towards Bennett again. Now then, Ophelia, please, I imagine Bennett can take it from here. You see her just kind of slowly approaching you and staring at your face. She makes a strange noise as she slowly puts both boxes in front of her.
I'll just take both the boxes. Kind of my gaze just focusing on the boxes and the signatures on them.
Noting each, you could see Morgantha just smiling. This is wonderful. I didn't expect it at all, but, well, I did hear that, well, you know who, seems to be festively throwing a party. It's the first in quite some time, actually. I imagine you're just coming along. That said, I'm surprised Rahadin didn't come himself.
Yeah, he had left me out to the west to take care of some things, so when I was told by him and the others that Strahd was hosting, was hosting a party, well, I had to return home for it.
You could see her smiling at you. Oh, that's wonderful. It's good to see you out of the castle, finally. I know before, other than the small play dates, you didn't do too much with the heading out to the west. How is it out there? I haven't been since I was but a girl. I come from Krex myself. I'm not sure you remember.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. Most of the towns off to the west are pretty well kept. Valaki is a little bit weird like it usually was, but I think the burgomaster there has mellowed out a bit, and Kretz seems to be doing pretty fine.
Just a bit of a chuckle. That's good to know. Why, I might have to venture out there sometime and go see my old friends. I hope Dimitri's doing well. Or Burgomaster Dimitri. With that, and noting it, you just could just see her looking around a bit. Well then, uh, are you staying, or were you just coming to pick that up? I'd love to put some, well, tea on if I need to.
No, we were just coming by for the pies and to just say hi.
You could see her just smiling. That's wonderful. Well, please don't be a stranger. I'd love to see you back at some point. We have a bit of catching up to do. Perhaps you could tell me some delightful stories of the castle. And you said you were sent out and seeing this group with you. Well, I'm sure you have a great deal of adventures.
I have a few I could tell.
You could see her just radiantly smiling towards you. With that, sorry, I'm trying to figure something out. There it is. Okay. What is going on? Oh, there it is. I messed that up. Okay. With that, give me 1 second really quickly. Just want to do that. Hooray! Alright, sorry about that. With that, you know Morgantha just smiling a bit and Bella just kind of calling over. Mother, not to interrupt, but since they are going, would it not be wise to clean and begin gathering some supplies for the next few months? You see Morgantha just kind of tap her head with her hand. Ah! You're right, you're right. Well then, it's a pleasure, Bennett. Again, come back and see us. To all of you, please. If you ever need to know anything about the East, I imagine I am the last place to visit before heading towards the gates. She just kind of nods her head and kind of walks back towards a basket as her youngest daughter just kind of stares at Yamez. You can see her just glaring at you almost. Only not really looking at you, but looking just at your gear, if you would. In particular, noting the violin and just kind of squinting her eyes. She just kind of looks at you. Do you play that?
Yes.
She just slowly nods her head. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Are you good?
Please repeat that you cut out on my end.
Oh man. No.
Same over here too.
I had to.
Damn, robot.
Yeah, you're just like roboting out. I had to like actually
No,
check my
that's just
signal. That scared the
Same. I
shit
thought
out
it was
of
me
me.
for a second.
Oh my god.
I was like, hey, yo, ain't no way.
I was
Ain't
like,
no
no way
fucking
my
way
internet's going out
drinking.
now.
No way.
No way, not
I
now.
checked my bill right now. Like, hold the fuck up. My fucking
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
so they off my bill right now? Damn. Damn.
Are you talking?
No,
He had to reconnect because I
Yeah.
Discord.
No, no, I know you reconnected, but I'm just wondering if he's testing it.
No.
I think
Yeah,
right now he's
it's-
like going over it, trying to figure out what
Yeah.
happened.
Probably on the Discord testing settings right now.
My
No,
man,
I don't.
Oh.
my man
Ow.
started sounding like a defunct transformer. That's beyond me.
Hey, yo.
I was saying R2D2, but
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. We're still staticky.
Yeah, it really sounds like that to me too. My connection
really?
keeps going up and down.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
like, it's fine. That's the weird thing.
reboot
It's
the
just,
internet.
it's just Discord. that's weird.
Oh, just Discord. Okay.
Let's see. Outbound. Yeah, my pet. Yo.
Yo, shut Discord down. Run
Yo.
it back up.
Yeah, like.
Can you like
Shit is crazy.
you're around her age, right?
Hmm?
You're
What?
around this old lady's age, right?
What?
Are you gonna have to seduce her or something?
What?
Oh yeah, like get some
Huh?
information.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I'm sorry?
Okay, Zion wants you to seduce her.
Me to seduce her?
Get
Yes,
some
you.
information, man.
You
Yeah.
know, like that's like Bennett's. I don't know, aunt or some shit. I don't
stop
fucking know.
it.
Damn, that's
I don't know what's going on, but like, yeah, we don't have to seduce her. Just fucking ask.
That's a
Hey,
that's
Zion.
grandma right there.
Zion, why don't you seduce her?
What the
I-
fuck?
am a little girl.
Why are we
You
talking about
are, like,
seducing the old
86.
woman? Why are we talking about seducing the old woman with 2 daughters? Why is
Yeah,
this
I'm
coming
wondering
up?
what's going on. Like, what
What
is
is
Actually,
this?
boy, Zion. Actually, boy, Zion is not me.
Man.
yeah, like Zion's 86. Like, don't give me that little girl bullshit. Oh,
Alright,
you're
cool. Listen,
He's fixed
Oh, you
now.
sound better now.
Alright.
Yeah.
yeah, that's fucking great. I'm not fixed. This shit just keeps resetting itself. Listen,
Oh.
what the fuck are you guys talking about, man? Why are we talking about like seducing old women?
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
that's
Zion.
I have
That's a very good
zero
question, Zion.
clue.
Hey, yo, Zion, that's a very good question. Why are we talking about seducing old women?
With 2
Information.
daughters, don't skip over that.
You want to seduce this old woman for information?
Why would you do that?
I mean, you're free to do so.
That was an idea I had because I looked at Kester and I looked at
Oh,
the woman.
fuck. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, anyway, so we're not seducing an old woman. That's not happening.
Okay, I don't know what's happening, but I'm with it. Oh shit! Season 2 of Tower of God.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm going back to sleep.
Fucking-
One with
Why did you
what-
say it like that?
Let's go! Now I get to be angry all over again and salty.
is that Hercules and whatnot?
What?
Huh?
No.
No,
Nah,
no,
that's
it's a
no,
webtoon
it's-
series.
It's a webtoon series that they turned
Yeah.
into an anime. It's fucking incredible because it's fucking hatred. The whole
Yeah.
thing just makes you angry.
Wait,
I
why?
believe- I believe what.
Hell
Why?
no,
Watch
I
it,
watch my
man.
anime.
I believe
Like,
what.
watch that shit. It's a
another
great
one-
show.
another
Yeah, I
was
read
what,
like
God High
100
School.
pages and it's terrible.
I believe it was
What?
God-
That shit
God
is
High School.
great, bro.
Tower of God? Yeah,
Yeah,
nah.
it's
No.
fantastic.
It hurts
No,
my
hey.
feelings. It's
No,
not
you
Next
talking
next
about
one, I
that.
have Record of Ragnarok.
No. There's one called God High School.
yeah, that's
Mm,
we're
yeah.
not talking about that.
Oh,
God, high
Oh,
school-
this?
Yeah, God of High School's trash.
what the hell? Damn, bro.
Bro, the
Sorry.
pacing of
I
that
mean,
show
the,
don't even get me
the
started.
anime is trash. I don't know. I've never read the comic.
That's-
But
It's
the
still
anime,
going.
the anime
It's
is
still
garbage. Like the animation is trash, and the plot's just like it doesn't make any sense half the time.
Yeah, some were cut out. Some parts were cut out. Some parts were cut out.
Yeah, so I
way
don't
too
know. But like
fast.
Tower of God is fucking quality though. Sometimes the pacing's a little off, but the quality, it's last episode is like choice. Last
Mm.
episode is probably the best last episode, the most like I've seen in the last like probably 5 years of anime. Just like all the salt, bro.
Is that good salt or bad salt?
It's great. So well, the show's good. It's just the show's good for a terrible reason, to me at least. I don't know. Some people might hate it. Anyway,
Yeah,
getting back to the
There we go.
this Do you have anything else you want to discuss here, or talk to anyone, or anything like that?
Wait, what did she ask me? Because she said
She just
Fine.
asked. Oh, I'm sorry. So she looked up at you and saw the violin. She asked you if you were good at playing it. Like, are you good at it?
yeah.
Nodding to you and just kind of staring and smiling just a bit. She goes, okay, and just like rushes back upstairs, just turning back and looking at you. I sing, and then just disappearing into the darkness. With that, at the door, you note the abbot just kind of clasping his hands together and staring. Well then, I well, I was able to learn quite a bit from your interaction here. Are you all still exploring? He seems to genuinely ask that.
Just kind of looking towards Pilgrim. Depends. What is the time, Pilgrim?
Oh, the time. I don't think long has passed. I guess glancing at my pocket watch, is it still around 2:30 perhaps? What time is it?
You know that to be about 2:15.
It's just only 15 minutes past 2. I haven't really been here for long.
I'm just kind of looking towards Abbott. Oh, I'm not sure, but I guess we could go towards the castle. You don't want to.
Yes, that would be lovely. There's still the matter of the crossing. I imagine we won't see the castle for another, well, 3 or 4 hours, depending on. I've never actually crossed before, so I'm not sure. However, all the information I was able to gather says that we will be there either, well, forever, or only a few minutes. Depending on our. He just kind of turns to you. Judgment. You know, Esmeralda's just kind of walking with the abbot and Vasilka. I have to say, she says with a lower voice, I was waiting for that to go bad. I had my axe and sword ready. There's something about this thing that's a bit eerie to me. But, Bennett, if they're friends of yours, I'm going to have to trust you on that. With that, are we all headed back to find Jotun just alone at the cart?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. And heading out. Poor Jotun is Jotuning.
Soon as we are out of earshot and in the carriage, but matter of fact, how far is the carriage?
I'm just gonna put you there now, so you're there.
Oh, is it like a good minute or two away from the tower?
It's about a minute away.
Okay, so that's pretty far. I guess as we're settling into the carriage, I'll just did y'all notice the older daughter, the eldest daughter? She looked remarkably similar to someone, Ursula. They held not exact, but similar. I think at least. Did y'all notice that?
No, not really.
It's just that. I'm sorry, say it again, Bennett.
So, Bennett kind of puts like his hand to his chin as he thinks about it. Unless you mention it. Huh.
Yeah, it's just, I noticed the eye color and hair color, really. I mean, I might be wrong, because not one person owns, an eye color, but I couldn't help but notice the resemblance.
And did you feel anything off about her?
Beyond, I guess, when we made eye contact, no, not really. She might have been annoyed that I was staring. That could have been why she kind of frowned, but no, I didn't really notice anything off.
No, with that, you note the abbot just kind of preparing his preparing the cart and looking back. "Hmm, Well, if it needs to be explored, young Tilgrim, you seem to be inquisitive enough to do so. Who is this Ursula you speak of?" You begin to head south.
It's this woman we ran into on our adventures. Apparently, she has this connection to this being called Spencer. I, I don't know what he is, but just take my word that he's dangerous. It is dangerous. I don't even know what gender it is. In Ursula, she's able to. Could you imagine not being able to cast magic?
You just see the abbot steer. I don't cast magic, but I imagine that would be difficult for someone like you.
I just nod, yeah.
He just nods back. I'm not sure where the Spencer is either, but, well, I'm glad you're all safe. Dealing with uncanny creatures is a very dangerous line of work. You all make it seem so, well, I've never seen you adventure. Perhaps this will be my first time. But you seem to make it easy enough the way you come back and forth.
Oh, it's not easy, but we make do.
Well, I'm glad you do. You could just see him smiling.
So,
Whoops.
oh,
Oh, no, go ahead.
what exactly happened to Kester? I wasn't
Oh,
exactly told about this.
funny story. Kester, do you want to explain?
Oh,
I elicited the abbot's help in turning back to well, my usual self, because being a child is not very conducive to our work here. And well, I died, and then when I came back, I was like this, and now we're going to the castle to get it fixed. Well, that's one of the reasons, of course, that we're going to the castle. The other reason, the masquerade.
You can see the burgomaster. Well, you can see the abbot just kind of nodding. Yes, I would like to see if I could. Well, I would like to see the expertise of the master of the castle and what he can do for our Kester here. Sadly, I was able to age him back, but I have, well, I lack experience. He aged a bit more than I would have liked.
I see. How old are you now?
If I had to gauge it, 136, 37, 38,
Did you
60.
say 100?
Yeah, why?
I didn't know humans get that old.
I'm not human.
Oh,
I'm a half elf.
You just note the abbot slowly nodding his head while staring at the road. Real quick, does Bennett have put his mask back on, or are you keeping it off?
I'll keep it off for the rest of the way to the gate.
So with that, the party continues on towards the gates. You note a massive glowing blue light shooting into the sky. As you get closer, you note the light just kind of dissipating as just kind of particle effects just float in the sky above you, just almost blue stars. As you continue riding on, you note upon approach, it just seems to get darker. Not as in time is moving, but it just literally as the cart gets closer, it starts darkening. You note, or Tilgrim notes, it's still the same time. There hasn't been much time passed. It's taken you about an hour to get here. Just traversing the rocky nature of the road. It's about 3:15 now. With that, you're immediately stopped, or the cart immediately stops, uh, right around the bend and forest area before the gate. In the distance, you note massive creatures just kind of sitting in front of a even larger gate, but you're not sure what to make of it. You could see a small figure just kind of staring or standing in the middle of these two large creatures. But again, as the abbot stops the cart, you see him just kind of look on and stare for a bit. Almost trapped in that staring, he just becomes quiet as the cart sits there.
Okay. Just to be sure, you said that the sky darkened as we
Yes,
were approaching.
the sky began to darken.
Okay. And it's similar to as if it was like late noon, right?
Yes, it's late noon by way of your pocket watch, but the sky tells you a different tale.
Hmm. I guess looking to others. You think this is another troll sorts?
There was something about judgment. I don't know how it's supposed to happen exactly, but, well, maybe we get off and see.
Okay. And all of us, or just?
You note the abbot just kind of blinking and throwing his head back. Ah, I see. Well, just turning towards you and nodding. Yes, I believe all of us should get off. I'm going to pull the cart to the side here. I believe we should, well, you should all head on foot. I will stay with Vasilka in the cart.
Understood.
You could see him just moving slowly forward. At this point, just pointing down, you all get out of the cart and begin to walk beside it. As this is happening, you note him just kind of pulling to the side and stopping there and waiting, moving the cart slightly. He walks with you. You begin to walk out towards the. I should really need to change this. Give me one sec. You begin to walk out towards the large figures. As you just stand before them, it's pretty plain to see what they are. They seem to be massive, almost blackened skeletal horses, far larger than any horse you've ever seen. They seem gargantuan, almost. The only thing you've seen that seemed larger were the dragons so far. The horse is just standing tall. It's not the shocking part. What's up on them riding seems to be strange. Black cloaked figures just sitting there, bones of their fingers visible as they just stare at you. You note them holding large, just metallic objects. You can't make out from where you are, but they are massive. As their bony fingers slowly start to point at you, you can see their heads turning as their eyes begin to glow orange as they stare down. You note the gate seems to be a massive kind of gatehouse bridge with two giant statues. Both seem to be beheaded as the stone heads just sit next to these gargantuan creatures. As the creatures just look on, pointing at you, you know the small figure from before just kind of standing there with a book. Upon closer inspection, she seems a bit familiar. As you look at her, you note her to be, as stated from others or spoken of before, she was called Alessa of Judgment. As she sits there with a book, she slowly cracks it open and begins to flip pages and stare at it. Noting you, she just stares up at you and then stares back at the book, going back to what she was doing. She doesn't look back up at you, but instead begins to flip pages. What do you do? So
You said
I'm not
Alyssa,
muted, right?
the
No,
judge.
no, we heard you.
Alyssa of Judgment.
Oh, Alyssa of Judgment.
Or Alessa. Yeah.
She's a gnome, right?
Uh, she's not a gnome, or
Like
what?
Halfling.
You don't note that. You do note her small stature of sorts, but she just seems human by all accounts, based on her airs and her facial structure. Looking her over, other than the scars on her face and the strange silvery eyes she seems to have, she just seems to be a little girl. Most likely younger than you by a few years.
Oh. I guess looking to the others, shall we?
Shall we what walk through?
Where exactly is she standing?
Based on you could see her standing pretty much about 15 feet from you.
Yeah, but like, where no like passing is she? Like she's like smack dab
She's
in the middle.
just she's just standing in the middle of the road.
Can we just go around her?
Do not do that.
That would be a very bad idea with those guys there.
Then what should we do?
Wait.
Wait?
Wait.
You know the abbot just kind of standing there with Ahsoka and looking back. I am not sure waiting is the best option. Perhaps we just engage and, well, see what she's doing.
And just not alone.
Fine too.
Sorry. Give me one more sec. I'm just trying to get stuff together, but I think I'm good. Unless I'm not, and then somebody will tell me if I'm not. Whatever. It'll be fine. Hooray.
Oh, those are big.
A question: don't you usually get jumped by vampires using rolls? Like, what the fuck we do? What the fuck we do?
I'm looking a little young in this scene.
Yeah, you are. See, your token has a dual thing, kind of like Alex's.
Oh.
What the fuck we at?
So let me just change that for you.
I just get back to it.
With that, you note the girl just kind of still flipping pages, not paying too much attention as the creatures just stare at you, pointing. After a little while, a few minutes pass. Togrim, you note it to be about 3:30 now. You've been standing there for 15 minutes as she just kind of continues to read through. Just looking up at you, finally. She just shakes her head a bit.
Like in disappointment, or
She just kind of pokes the book and looks back up. Bennett Dawnville, step forward.
That'll just step forward.
You know her just kind of walking up to you, book in hand. She just kind of looks up at you. Huh. Oh, I asked before I didn't get an answer. Is the mask on or off?
It is off. I kept it
Okay.
off since we went to talk to Morgantha.
Yeah. Alright, I just want to know because that helps with some stuff. There we go. And with that, you know the list is just kind of looking at you. Report. She continues to stare at you after saying that.
I'm sorry.
She looks back down at the book and back at you. Make your report.
Right. It's been roughly around 8 months, and it seems like Kreti and Valaki have both matured in a sense. I managed to blend in and not alert any troubles for around 8 months until, well, being called upon by Strahd again.
She just kind of nods, closing her eyes. Yes, the master has filled me in on that. Report on the structure and defenses of both towns you've visited, please. You could see her taking a quill from her side bag and seemingly dunking it into the bag and just beginning to write something on a blank page, just staring at you and waiting.
Brett's stone walls stand tall as usual, and besides their lake, I don't see any other real defenses besides the guards. Valaki's implemented a new magic shield around it.
You note her just kind of nodding and writhing. With this happening, you all notice the abbot just kind of raising a finger and stepping forward. If I may, you note Alyssa just kind of looking up from writhing and shaking her head. No, I didn't ask for you. With that, you just see the abbot get thrown across the just field and landing and hitting the ground. Ooh, ah! He just kind of lays there and slowly begins to get back up. I see. My apologies. He slowly just gets back with the group as she looks up. I see. You were going to ask, or she just looks towards the abbot. You were going to insist that Kretsk has defenses. You, no doubt. You note the abbot just silently nodding. Yes, that's fine. I'll just note Kretsk has no defenses. What of Valaki?
Same guard post as usual. They've implemented a new magical shield around the town.
Yes, the miscreants explained that on their way back.
Besides that, their wooden walls still stand tall.
She nods. And is the burgomaster still overeating?
Still as rotund as the day you left.
Perfect. He should be dead within the month. Thank you. You note her just kind of walking back and stopping, walking next to one of the creatures. She just kind of starts petting the leg of the horse and looking at you. You have been called upon by the master. He looks forward to seeing you. You may pass.
Thank you. And with that, I'll just start walking. Just waiting on the other side of the opening for the rest of the group.
You know that as you cross the trees and grass become greener, more vibrant. As you look back, you note it seems under the bridge and going back towards the west, everything is just dull and gray as Alyssa just kind of looks at you and turns her back to you, looking forward. Now then, I guess we'll start with you since you wanted to interrupt. You don't seem to have a name. Curious. Step forward, creature. You note the abbot slowly walking. Well, I've never been called a creature, but yes, I suppose. They both kind of stare at each other. As you note their heads moving, it almost seems like very alien to you, the way they're just looking at each other, almost inspecting each other. You note both the girl and the abbot seem to be locked, just back and forth, just no speaking, just staring. As the girl just kind of snaps to, well then, who are you? She just stops and looks at her book. Whom? Whom are you bringing with you? The abbot just kind of nods. My dear Vasilka. You know Vasilka just kind of slowly and just walking as the girl looks her up and down. Lovely gown. This one is not even a creature. Is this luggage? You note him just shaking his head as she nods. Then it is a prize for my master. I see. This will please him, albeit you may not. She just steps to the side as the abbot nods his head, brushes his shoulder off. You're quite the gatekeeper. With that, the abbot and Vasilka both venture forth. You note them both in the cart as they do this, as he goes back to grab it and, moves forward. With that, the girl just stops staring at her book. She just taps the quill. Vistani, you may pass. You note Esmeralda just kind of looking back at you and smiling. I'll see you on the other side. As she just kind of makes her way through. And with that, the girl just kind of stares off at the rest of you. Just,
Kester.
oh, sorry, just looking through her book again. Go ahead.
Kester, you're with Gabit and Pasoka, right?
Sort of. I have my own invitation, so.
Okay.
Oh, what about me? Does everyone here have one?
Let's see. It should be me,
No.
Kester, Jotun. Who else?
You fucking lying to me.
What?
Pilgrim, do you not have an invitation?
No, I've made this clear.
Pilgrim, how are we all the way here and you still don't have an invitation? You've made this clear, but yet you still let us come all the way here without you having an invitation.
Well, I mean, if they're doing +1s, it shouldn't be an issue, should it?
Oh dear.
You just note the girl staring at you now. Just looking over each of you.
Turning
Actually-
back.
Actually, no, you don't have one either.
Okay.
You note her just kind of tapping the quill and looking up. Is that a bard I see?
Yes. Yes, it is.
She just looks at her book and looks back up. Is it Yamis? She just stares at you.
Just looking back. Actually, if you would indulge me. You're looking at Barovia's finest. The one whose silver thorns shine even in the palest moon. The one who stood the test against the undead vanguard. My name is Yamez Lukia.
You just see her staring at you and then looking at the book and then staring back. I would like you to roll persuasion.
16.
You could see her just nodding towards you and glaring a bit. Well then, such boastfulness. A bit verbose, actually. Please step forward. She just looks you up and down. Your instrument in hand. You wouldn't mind if I, judged whether or not you are truly worthy of performing in front of my master. Well, if you get the opportunity.
Just walking forward the violin and I wouldn't mind at all.
She kind of just nods to you, her lifeless eyes and just blank expression just staring at you.
Did she say anything?
Did she say anything? What do you
Why-
mean?
I didn't hear what you fully said.
Oh, she's just said she wanted you to perform because she wants to judge whether or not you're worthy of passing by, basically.
Oh, like right now?
She's just kind of staring at you. Yeah, right now.
Try to run me through. Hold on. Think again. Don't you know what you're starting? But sure ain't got a clue how bad this will go. Don't know my art of war. As you look through the horizon, not a cloud, but then a stormy weather's caught you cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere all around you. It's not quite what it foretold. You'll never see it coming.
You
You
just note
see
her
it.
just putting her hand up and clenching her fist in front of you. That will suffice. Thank you. Slowly lowering her fist and staring at you. Performance check, please, with advantage.
When
You note her just blankly staring as she jots something down in their book. I suppose my master will be pleased with that performance. However, I would not suggest that, well, those lyrics. They suggest that you're there for portrayal.
I'll work on it.
She just nods to you. Talented. You note the two creatures just kind of looming and looking down at you. One of them just going, "Oh, Gorgoth. What is it?" You note the other creature just kind of leaning down towards you, eyes just staring at you. It is noisy. The other one just kind of nodding. Yes, we should kill it for the young mistress. Yes. You note the girl just kind of looking up at them both. You'll do no such thing. I require nothing of you. Both of them just kind of sitting back on their horses and slamming down their large weapons. You could just feel the ground shake with the as you just get bounced forward. As she just steps and turns to her, you may go now.
Thank you.
She just kind of jots back in her book. This is boring. Well, I suppose one of you should just step up to the plate. I guess that's not a... It's a weird colloquialism. Well, whatever.
Open walks up.
You just see her looking down in her book and looking at you. And then looking back at the book. I have no information on what you are. She just kind of stares up at you. Speak.
Okay. I am Wolfram. I am from the Shadowfell. I came here as a messenger of the Raven Queen, the goddess of death. I am here to retrieve the souls lost in this realm.
She just kind of stares at you and then looks at her book and then stares back. I have no need for minions such as yourself. You're confusing me. She begins to write something down. She just stops and looks back at you. Explain.
As he shows us I am the Raven Queen. I'm not from this realm. I was simply tasked to find the reason why the souls are going back to the realm of the Shadowfell, so they could be rested and made at peace.
You just see her put her left hand up in front of you. Hand me that.
Oh, okay then. Wolfram's gonna take off his amulet and head it towards the. I forgot her name, but enter it to the leader over there.
You could just see her staring at it.
she's not in my inventory. Oh,
She's just kind of staring at the object as she looks back up at you. Explain. Who gave you my crest?
Raven Queen herself, may I?
You just see her starting to write something down. Hmm.
What do you mean by your crest? This is the one only from the Raven Queen herself.
You just see her shaking her head. That crest is of judgment. One of the 4 houses of Strahd von Zarovich's Barovian nobles. I am the heiress of that house. I am the only god of death around these parts. She just kind of stares at you, her eyes kind of getting thinner. Now, explain yourself slowly. Your life hangs in the balance. My judgment is absolute. You can see her just tapping the quill on the book.
Okay, then. Previously stated, my name is Wolfram. I am from the Shalfo, which is governed by the Raven Queen herself, who rules over death and faith itself. And I was tasked here to retrieve the souls from here.
You could just see her staring at you. I will give you time to... Well... She just kind of writes something down in her book and then looks back at you. Go back to the others.
Wolfram wants to take back the amulet as well too.
So she's still holding the amulet.
Okay, with that, Wolfram extend his hand out. May I have the amulet back? That's very important to me. Very importance to me.
You could just see her staring at it as she just kind of slowly nods her head back and forth. No, I don't think I will.
Down the what's her name? You said this is your crest, correct?
She nods. It indeed has the crest of my house.
Do you have a mother? Do you know anything about the Shadow Kai?
She just kind of stares at you. You speak nonsense. Of course I have a mother. How would I be here without one? You could just see her jotting something else in her book before putting the quill back in her bag and just kind of flipping a page. Now then, I won't ask you again.
Wolfram walks back. You see Wolfram's now complimenting himself, thinking in the corner right now. What the fuck?
You can see her just staring at you. As the quill goes back, you feel something strange. That's not what you feel, but that's a good indicator of it. With that, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. I'm gonna have a question for Jeanette, King, and the folks. Do you want to do this now, or should we end the session and do it next session?
I mean, I don't mind doing it now.
I think we should do it next session.
So
That's
call
one.
next session.
I guess one.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with the next session.
Next
I'm
session.
fine with either.
Okay, fine with either. I'm gonna do King then, and then you guys will do it next session. That way, I feel like that's fair. I didn't mean to move you, but I just want to organize stuff. With that, the girl just kind of takes the quill out and flips it in her hand and grabs it. Old man,
Just kind of sighing. Yeah, that's me. I just T-point.
you know her flipping a few pages and flipping back. Just kind of looking at you and looking back. I don't have any information on you, old man. Please explain yourself.
Yes, I am Gaster Typhoon. and I'm traveling with these fellas in order to attend the masquerade that Lord Strahd has requested that I attend.
You can see her looking back in the book and staring at you. My information says that you're barely an adult.
Yes, this is, well, this isn't directly a result of my magic, but it was a method to fix it. Seems like it went wrong. That's also one of the reasons why I'm attending.
I see. It leads me to believe, however, that you may not be trustworthy, for your appearance seems to be not the same information I have here.
Yes, in fact, it fluctuates frequently.
She nods. Yes, you have surges of wild magic. I could see it. Well then, at least that's confirmation you are what my report says. She's just kind of looks at you up and down. I see. Tell me about yourself.
Well, does I just think from before I came to Barovia? Or just in general?
You just know her writing something down and then looking back at you. I have all the information I need from you before. She just kind of looks back. Before the 24th day. So please, just go over the first few.
Then, as in, wait, the first few? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. As in, after I came?
You just see her blinking. Yes.
Oh. In that case, as I stated before, I've been traveling around with these, gentlemen in search of, well, just, as I just look up a little, red eyes.
You could see her just looking around towards the creatures. You're looking for red eyes.
Yes. There, as I just once again stop and think, just making a difficult face. Mine?
She just kind of shakes her head. You're a fool.
No, no. I wish I could explain it better.
She shakes her head. No, I understand. You're a fool for what you seek. You won't find it here. Albeit, you will find it. She just kind of points up towards the castle. You could see it just in the distance, just over everything, just high up. You'll find it there. For them. However, she just looks back. You should do nothing. She smirks a bit. Well, that's a first. I haven't felt like that in eons. Now then, I sense that you should be pass. She just kind of nods her head. But a foolish man should be judged harshly. No matter. I can see it already. She just kind of steps down. You won't be coming back. You may pass.
Just thinking about that, but ultimately making a straight face as I stare straight ahead. Thank you.
Just shaking her head again and staring off. Anyone else?
Khan just kind of walks forward, silently, and as I'm walking, I'm just gonna look around, or noticing or observing both of the, I guess, reapers. Can you just describe them really quick? I've kind of missed out on that. I think.
From massive, just blackened skeletal horses that stand easily, you could see about 40 to 50 feet tall. Just to their body, getting to their heads another probably 60 feet. Just there on them, or just you can't really see their bodies per se, but just massive black flowing robes, just old dingy things looking just burnt and chewed up, just kind of flow on these horses, and from them you can see these creatures holding large just metal. You think them spears, but I guess they're sickles or scythes, as they just kind of push them to the back and stare down at you. You can't hear them breathing, but you can see something coming from their skeletal faces, almost a mist of sort, as they begin to just look and point towards you in judgment.
I just kind of look towards Alyssa, and then look towards the ground immediately afterwards.
You know her just kind of writing in a book and not looking up. Finally, just looking up at you and shaking her head. She just kind of steps to the side. You need not speak, oh. I feel it already. You may pass.
Just nodding. I'll just walk forward.
You note the two creatures just kind of looking back at you and then looking down at the girl. The one on her, or the one to her north, just kind of grunting. Why? As she shakes her head and looks up. Did you not feel the temple upon him? A gift for our master. You just note the creature nodding and looking back.
I'll my question. So got confused.
Huh? Who what?
Wolfman looks towards Alyssa. Your name is Alyssa, correct?
You just note her just staring at the book and writing something, ignoring you. After a few moments of just finishing, she looks up and stares at you.
Okay then. You are the goddess of death, correct? Your mother, and her. Is your mother known as the Raven Queen, correct?
You just see her just looking towards you, and then looking towards the creatures, and then back towards you. And then looking back at the book, she just shakes her head for a second and looks back at you. Please go stand over there. She just points towards Tilgrim and Jotun.
Compliments more. Thinks about more.
You know her just kind of checking something off in the book and then slamming it shut while looking at you three. I would ask that you await judgment with some type of dignity. Asking me fruitless questions is not only a waste of my time, but of the life you have remaining. She just kind of looks back over towards you all. Now then, and then we're going to end the session there.
My brain hurts.
Wait. Are you guys cool with ending the session there?
Yeah.
Zion and Jeannie?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Hey Zion, I have
My
a question.
brain. So many questions.
Didn't Doherty say she was going to bring you as a +1? I specifically remember that.
I believe she said that she was going to I might be able to come as someone's +1. I don't remember if she said I could come as her +1, but I remember her saying. I know what you're talking about. I remember her saying +1.
Mm-hmm. That's wild. You didn't have a card, but
Bro, I simply
I
cannot
didn't have a card.
understand. I can't understand how you got all the way to the gates without telling anybody that you don't have a card.
I've been told everyone I didn't have a card.
Yeah, how did you let us get here without you having a card?
You had a okay. I should have said something. I thought you had a plan, but
Oh
Fine.
man, did we tell you we had a plan?
Go with Jan.
Wait, alright. So we're gonna have to figure that part out.
My brain still hurts right now. Like,
Bro, yeah, I just
Bro,
literally
I'ma
got
be
served a
honest,
death
what-
sentence. No
oh my
bullshit.
shit, bro. Like,
Bro,
no, like, who the fuck-
I'm gonna be completely honest. Like the moment you said, "Yeah, I'm Wolfram from Shadowfell. My job was to come here and check up on all the lost souls. Your king, your
And
god
leave.
owes mine." Like when you said
Yeah.
that, like I literally leaned back and said out loud,
bullshit.
"This
The bullshit?
motherfucker gonna die."
So,
Yeah,
guy,
I'm
why
literally
that
waiting for
exact
this nigga to
same way.
die.
Why,
Like
why
he
did you
said-
say that?
Yo, are
Like-
you cursed?
Well, sort of.
I
He's
heard- I
about to be
saw-
judged.
I saw the thing that said cursed.
Yeah, his ass is about to be judged.
he's about to be
No,
judged.
No,
Like
I think he's still cursed from like when he kicked the door.
No, that got added
No, no.
recently, but it's not exactly a curse. It's just a marker for
Yeah,
now.
it's just for me to remember stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm reading
Like-
back.
But
I'm
she said
worried.
that's her crust. I'm like,
Your ass is about
like,
to
no,
get
don't-
judged.
don't
You
get me
spoke
wrong.
too goddamn much.
don't get me
Like,
wrong.
I-
The crest part made me go, "Wait a minute, what?" That
I
was like,
was
all
a
right,
little-
fine. But why did you have to mention the Raven Queen? Like, you could have just said, "Yeah, I'm Wolfram from the Shadowfell. I got sent over here, and yeah, I pretty much just." You didn't need to mention anything about the
I made
souls.
sure,
Yeah, I'm
made
pretty
sure
sure-
to ask before or after, cause
Like-
what I look
like-
like laying down my entire shit. Like what's going on?
Like, bro, unless you ask, you ain't gotta throw it out like that. I'm gonna be completely honest. You
Man, like hit us
kinda-
with like the day one, welcome to the party speech. Like what you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, Germ, by the way, I can see your character sheet. I don't know how, but
I'm sick.
Like, I feel like if there's anyone to bring up the souls with, like, take it up with Strahd directly, not like
Right?
not now.
Bro, look at you mentioning other gods when Strahd is right there. Like what the
Yo,
fuck are you
for
doing for real,
real.
for real?
what is her crust? I'm like, yo,
You wouldn't have gotten to that part. You would not have gotten to that part.
what is her crust? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what's up, Ross? Bye real quick. Hold the fuck. I am not done, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm gonna be
back
honest,
ass
he was
all that.
mad persistent, and I was sitting here like this motherfucker.
Bro, is he
gonna
trying to get
die.
decapitated? Like no bullshit. Like
like,
just trying to
he's
get
hold
out.
yo, bro.
about to-
Just hold yo.
He's actually about to die. Like this is my man is
are about to get
actually
judged.
about to go to hell. He's about
Literally.
to get sent with express shipping, no VPN.
I thought you was gonna bow to her, thinking that she was the daughter of.
yeah, I was saying what too, but like, again, in my head, like, I'm pretty sure in my whole entire brain, well, as of no, her daughter's a weapon. Most
then
of the
it-
children are literally weapons. I'm like, okay, let me think. Don't know it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Like, that's fucking lovely and all that. But like, I mean, bro, she said, yo, this is my crust.
Yeah.
So like
I'm
That's-
confused. Like,
that's sick and all, but like I got this from the Raven Queen. So something's not right. I think you need to go kill that Raven Queen person that's impersonating you or something.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I
but,
would
like,
obviously Wolfram wouldn't do that, and this is just like it's like I got this
I'm
from
like,
a Raven Queen that created me.
a Raven.
Something.
What?
Just this is
Like,
just me
yo.
talking. This is me and how I talk. But like, yeah, like so something's clearly wrong here.
I don't know. I'm thinking like, hold up.
Like, this obviously isn't your fault, but like
yo.
I'm like, ears,
the
ears.
way that it could be handled is definitely not what you're doing.
I'm like, I'm trying to feel like, okay. Here's the mother. Okay, that's good. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, I should probably put a form this much better. Okay, my brain's just like, my brain just farted after she said, this is my breast. I'm like,
You could
Bro,
fucking
bro,
ask
I get-
who
bro,
has
I-
she given it to in like the past couple years?
I could tell that you had a brain fart. Like that was straight up Taco Bell on a toilet. All right, like you was everything
I
that
have
came
no
out of
idea
your
what was
mouth
going on.
after she dropped that was actual. Like, what is he going on about? Like, yo, so you have a mother, right? Huh?
Like that
I'm
ass? No
like-
bullshit.
okay, so cool. I'm asking the person, like, okay, cool. Do you have
Yeah.
siblings? I'm like, yo, like, I'm asking them like some weird shit right now. Like, what the
Like
fuck?
you could have asked like, yo, like, do you have any siblings that go by that moniker? Like, all right, that would have made sense. But like, do you have a mother? That's where I was like,
Yes.
What?
My brain was like, okay, maybe I should put from the bed. Like, okay, but like, I'm like, my brain just like, how the fuck is that? I'm like,
Wait, okay, I have a question, guy. You couldn't like
Uh.
word it like any more casually though.
bro, my brain was the start after she said start crust. I'm like, oh god. Okay.
Yeah, God forbid, Strahd pulls up that exact same crest like at the final fight.
Yo.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, I'm like, oh god, like my brain just hurt after like my
The
brain just hurt
Raven
after
Queen
that.
could have just been a member of her house.
Yeah, I was about to like, like, ask her, are you in Sharakai? Or like, do you know it? I'm like,
Like I really, I don't even know if I got this right, but I could have sworn I heard you say, "Yeah, this ain't from your house. This from the Raven Queen." And I was like, "Wait, nah, ain't no way." Right?
The moment he said that, I was just like, "Oh boy,
There ain't no way, right?
Did he just blank out the two big ass skeleton riders?
Ain't no way, right?
Ready to skewer his shit?
again, this nigga's definitely the
built
guy,
different.
bro.
I'm built different.
He's a dedicated father, bro. He ain't like, no, this is this fucking guy.
Bro,
Where is
bro,
your sense of
bro,
self-preservation?
bro,
Where?
Bro, I'm gonna be completely honest. I could be the most. Nah, because that's not an excuse. Because first, even a barbarian would know, yo, I can take on a lot of things. Those motherfuckers ain't it. Second, even if I'm the most devout Christian on earth, if a motherfucker pull up with two big ass skeleton riders in full black, ready to skewer me at a moment's notice, and he looked at the cross around my neck and said, huh, this shit's kind of from my family, I would not question him. Why? Because I could die.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Where's your sense of self-preservation?
You
Like,
got
I don't care. I
no
don't care how dedicated you are. I don't care about all that devotion shit. Like, bro, given this information, and she say this is from my house, you start questioning, yo, is the Raven Queen in your house?
I'm
Like, you
oh, cool.
you start questioning the connection. You don't just outright deny it. Why? Because you have.
Nah, bro, I got this from Raven Queen, dog.
Because you should have situational awareness, my dude. This is like the second time that I'm like sitting here wondering, yo, what is he on?
Yo, better yet, just accept it and like we'll question it later.
Yeah, bro, like, just take your judgment, my guy. Like, I don't know what to do for you now.
It's like, oh, this in your house? That's pretty cool. Keep moving. Hey, yo, weird.
Man,
But then, if I actually check, how I got this then?
how did you get it?
How did you
So
get
you got it from the Raven Queen, and then
Wait,
she says,
wait, did
I don't
you
know nothing about no Raven Queen.
Then she watch me again, like, yo.
What you gonna do?
No. Then at that point, you start trying to figure it out. At that point,
Like-
then you're like, okay, wait, you said it's from your house. I got it from the Raven Queen. Any correlation? Start thinking. Like, you don't just like.
Man, I was.
Oh, damn, he wasn't doing a good job, though.
My
You're doing a
dude,
good job.
my dude, I've never seen
was
your
trying-
brain crash like this.
I was trying to get my head. Okay, how can I prove to her that I am not fucking? I'm about to use my my whole ability and everything. Like, yo, I have proof, man. Let me show you right now. Teleport. Boom. I
Bro,
like,
nah.
Nice
Don't do
shadow.
any of that.
Nice misty step, bro. Keep moving.
Nice mistake.
Don't even do that. Don't do that, because that is going to get you killed. Again, situational awareness. We know that she's blocking off the gate. She's in charge. These two skeleton knights listen to her. If you piss her off, they will skewer you. So do not make any sudden movements. Let's keep it at that.
Yo, didn't Korn give us like a whole dream sequence just like avoid stuff like this happening?
He gave us a whole sequence of, yo, so if you try to fight Strahd, you will die. Just so you guys know, you're not as strong as you think. Some of these things will kill you.
I'm not trying to fight him though, but like, yo, like, he trying to
48
fight Strahd,
hours later, my man's is standing his ground for his religion in the wrong motherfucking church.
Literally have no idea what this man is talking about, bruv. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You had to show this amulet just because you tried to hit her with the and see, I'm Wolfram from like the Shadowfell, and I'm on a quest from my Raven Queen in order to get the souls back from this land. And it's like, you really didn't have to say all that. You really didn't at all.
But this nigga has nothing to lie, bro.
They didn't fucking ask. They didn't ask.
Yo, this man really pulled up to the mosque preaching Buddhism. That's crazy.
Bro, this pulled up to the boss preaching Buddhism. Hold on. That's it. I almost skipped over that. Wait.
Let me talk about my God and creator,
My brain was
the
ready
Raven Queen.
My brain was ready to zoom past that, and then I hit the brakes, and I'm just like, hold on, what? Like, I had to actually turn around. Hold on.
Let me tell you about
Like-
the only god I recognize, the Raven Queen.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, dog, this was probably the wrong time to bring up the Raven Queen and the souls. Like, you could have just probably gotten by with like, oh yeah, Wolfram from the Shadowfell. You could have gotten by on that. If she asked, you could have went that extra mile to explain it. Then you could have ran into that issue. But this issue was caused solely by the whole day one backstory talk.
Bro,
Like, I feel like that's what
Fucking
directly
facts.
led to this.
what the hell was that?
Like, don't get me wrong, you got some information. Now you're starting to go, wait a minute, okay, this is but at the same time, you're in a real tense situation because of it. So I'm not sure if that was worth the trade there. Cause
Hey, on the bright side, everyone else went fine.
hey
Minus
yo,
Toby so far.
I mean, I just got served a death sentence that I'm not returning, so that's lovely.
Like, yo.
I mean, I think I know
that's-
what it means, but like, it's kind of, I'll see.
honestly, I'm hoping for Togrim I could try to pull something out of my ass. Worst case scenario,
Hey,
hopefully
nah,
Cora will
one.
just materialize and go, hey, so I got 2.
Hey,
Just
bud, yo, I got 2 invitations. It's like,
just like how Zion thought Riot D was gonna pop up and just go, yeah, so I got this one.
I said that right. I said right.
Oh yeah, you
I
said
said that.
you said Riot D would just go pop up like, yo, I got this one. Maybe
yeah, I
maybe
still can't
Corwin
fucking
will,
get over that
maybe,
shit, bro. Like,
maybe Corwin will take that role and be the savior.
bro, I cannot get over that shit, bro. This man Zion is really sitting in his cart reading this fucking book instead of telling people that he don't got an invitation, dog.
Like,
That shit.
Hey, I said it's just, you know.
No,
yeah,
I-
you said it
lovely.
before, but when we were talking about invitations, like in front of the Burgermaster's like manor, when I brought up
Man,
like,
what's
yeah,
going
who needs the invitation?
What's
It was just Khan that spoke up. I think this. Wait, actually, yeah, you were here for that, so that's why I was like, okay, so I think we're all good.
Man said, yo, I got 2 invitations. One for me, one for my wife. I'm not going.
Like,
It's,
if anyone told me, yeah, I don't have one, I could have just like scuttled back upstairs and went, yeah, I unfortunately made a mistake. We need 2 invitations. Is there anything else I could do to try to like gain the other one? I could have easily pulled that. Yeah, there would have been some bumps, right? But I would have worked it out. I would have been able to like talk to him and like get the second one. But like nothing was said. So now I'm just like, oh boy, okay, either Corwin comes through like the cut, jumping out of the woods, transforming and just going, yeah, so I got this one, or I gotta like pull some shit out of my ass to try to help and not get skewered on the other side of this passage.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I had an inkling. I don't think Tilgrim had an invitation. But like, I'm literally sitting in this ride all the way down, like, nah, he ain't said nothing. He ain't said not a single word about the invitation talk. So maybe he does. Maybe I just miscalculated. It would seem like I did not miscalculate.
But like, okay, so like,
But
I'm pretty sure Ron is trying to emulate. This is nothing about it. I'm like, okay, cool. They know about it. I'm like, okay, cool. She not know, maybe she not know around here, but and then she's supposed this is my quest. I'm like, in my head, okay, what Wolfram do? No, the fuck you. This ain't no shit, bro.
ain't no way you just nah.
There's no way Wolfram just has a lack of situational awareness like this. Like I know his intelligence may not be up there, but he has to have some sense of
His
survival.
intelligence is higher than mine. He has an 11. I have an 8. Don't even try it.
Bro, you
Do
have
not
to
try
have
it.
some semblance of like, even the danger sense would have like told you to shut the fuck up. Like what? I'm like sitting here wondering like how is he just like not give? So he fights to keep himself alive in battle, but can't realize when a situation is like, okay, let me reel back a little bit or else I'll die.
Okay. Hear me out. The whole Strahd thing, right? The whole thing is like they killed, they resurrected by Raven Queen. That's the purpose.
No, we get that part.
Yeah, we get that.
And like he's going, again, wipe your death when God's literally death. So there's like the fear is hinted of, but my brain's like, okay, that's her amulet. Oh, cool. Okay, let me activate Chevy from Reddit for family members. Your mother, your father, your brothers, anything I know. But oh god, that hurts my brain. I'm like,
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you could have asked that earlier or something?
was-
I mean,
I
you
was
really
going
don't have to go down the whole line. Like, do you have a mother, father, a brother, sister,
Like,
something? How is this? How is this connected to your house? Because I definitely received this from the Raven
I was
Queen.
definitely
No,
getting
shut the
there,
fuck
bro.
up. Shut up. No, listen, just listen for a second.
I'm
I
assuming.
received this from the Raven Queen, but if you're saying that this is from your house, then I don't really know how the Raven Queen connects to you. Perhaps she acquired this, or she's a part of your house, or something like that. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. She could have probably came up with it before. She could have came up with an answer. She could have like solved that herself. Actually, she probably would have hit you with the now that I think about it.
I did have that one sister that left a long time ago. I think
Or
that might have been
or my mother, or somebody in my family, or someone under my servitude may have stole this, and then
Hey, what if your queen's just like a filthy thief and just took the emblem for herself?
maybe this is just a brainwashed Raven Queen that Strahd got his hands on. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because like in my head, okay, cool. I try to get into, okay, cool, with my pale skin. Okay, is she a Sharakai? I'm just like in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to put something together. I'm like, okay, let me think. Maybe she's a Sharakai. Okay, so actually she's a Sharakai. She didn't admit. She said yes or no. I'm like, okay, cool. That's nothing. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. Then I'm like, snap.
Like, I feel like if you would just like put it all on the table at once instead of asking her individual questions that could have all been encapsulated, you probably would have had more opportunities to not die right now. Like basically what I just said. Just like encapsulate it all in one sentence so that you can both work with the person in front of you to try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Why is there this? Nah. You said, hey, yo, you got a mother?
and they waited for a response.
And you waited. Even with that, I was a shit. Like, don't even try that.
Like, you didn't even like.
Okay, maybe she's speak slow. Cool, I'm trying to like be very slow, not rush everything, go down like a whole list.
No. We get that, right? And we appreciate that. You're coming across more clearly. What we are focusing on is the fact that out of all the questions that could have been valid in some way, shape, or form, you go after the one question on the list that, I'm not gonna lie, was lacking a few thousand brain cells.
Yes, I know, but she literally robbed them, which is my quest. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, bro,
Like,
this
yo,
is my quest.
She's saying
like,
that.
hey, if you'll shut your dumb ass up, little girl, I got this from the Raven Queen. You know, the only god I serve. No bullshit. The only set I rep.
Okay. You know Wolfman is a jackass, right? So in my head, okay, let me not try to kill myself and let you be more, calm and straight, not be a straight up jackass. You see him being a jackass, correct?
Bro, dude, you're about to die right now. So, like, did it work? Did it work?
Here's the thing, right? We get that this is like the way Wolfram usually is. He's usually very, very stiff. He's not very like moving on his words. He's very straight to the point, blunt. If it hurts, whatever. We get that. That was a thing that was established from like the first time we met Wolfram, right? But even a jackass like Wolfram has to at one point look at a situation and go, if I stick to my usual jackass way, this may get me killed. So let me just reel it back, just the slightest bit. Like I feel like this is one of those moments where this man came off as completely blind to the fact that he could die. And don't get me wrong, like I know the idea of like, yeah, why fear death when you're made by a goddess of death, right? But that shit ain't save you against that demon. Like, your whole body should be a warning of, oh shit, I can die here. I'm not recyclable here. I'm an alkaline battery at a recycling plant. This shit's a bad idea. Let me not get broken down. You know what I mean? It's like
you want to get through this so that you can serve your Raven Queen. You want to be alive so that you can like finish your quest.
Like, I feel like this is one of those moments where your character would be like, okay, I'm reading the room, right? I'm not that smart, but I'm smart enough to know what can and cannot kill me.
And this right here, red flag,
far into the area of what can kill me.
Also, what does Wolfram gain from questioning her on this?
figure out. Okay, cool, because like he doesn't know any person named Alyssa who is part of the fucking Sharakai group. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, cool. Like he knows Seth, he knows our siblings. He never heard of fucking Alyssa in his entire life. Like my head, like okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just
Would
thinking
your character know everyone in the Shadow Kai?
yes, they're all fucking like a hive mind together, bro. Like what the.
So like,
They have a whole settlement citizen there, bro. I'm like,
Oh, ain't
like
no
I
fucking
okay,
shot.
that part
As Mr. J
all right,
said,
makes
but
sense.
more.
That part
Yeah.
makes sense.
like,
All right,
figure out who the fuck are you, bro? Like, okay, maybe you have a, maybe there's probably a mother in the shop that's not related to Reagan. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, is that actually
Yo, you got a mother?
like,
Yo,
I'm trying, okay,
guy, breathe.
breathe. Just breathe in.
She just took my shit and said, yo,
Oh yeah, she said she's the goddess of death. So then don't that mean this is motherfucking Raven Queen?
no, because I'm pretty sure there's no, because in my head, there's never mentioned in D&D lore that she has a name. Like,
Hey
in
bro,
my head,
you ever like seen the Raven Queen?
No, she has a name, guys. It's Nara. I looked it up. But
lovely.
yeah, that's not
Spoilers.
Like either way, but has Wolfram ever like seen like looked upon the Raven Queen's face?
Wait,
bro.
Wait,
She has a whole castle and everything.
No,
Wait, guy,
because
also-
here's the thing. It's like
Okay.
you have to understand, right?
Okay.
What? Okay, so really quick,
Yeah,
what is the reason
calm down.
Wolfram is here?
Okay. He was sent by previous staff was sent here to try to figure why. Okay, cool. There are people dying. Why not the souls coming over here so they can be either they're good, if they're good, they want to turn to these demonic creatures and live their life in Sensen, yada yada. It's like hell. It's like hell. It's like hell.
So basically, souls are trapped here. Nothing leaves. Your characters came in to figure out why, right?
Wait,
Yes.
Seth and
aren't there
Wolfram.
multiple gods of?
No, hold on. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that
Okay,
slowly.
yeah.
All right. So, souls are getting recycled here. Everything is going, right?
Mm.
Mr. J just sent in session something she said that I think you should read on, because that's kind of where most of the problems are happening. Just a little bit,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
She said, "I'm the only goddess of death here." Now, with that, we have to remember Barovia is separate from everything
hell.
else. This is its own
fucking hell.
little dimension, its own area code.
No,
Oh, this is
wait.
clown activity.
I know there are different gods, different. I know that, but like there's like a hierarchy because Vecna and Orcus are trying to kill her. Like, yo, give me that power, bro. I need that power. I understand that, yes.
Right.
But like when she said that's her crest, I'm like, if you're a god, you should have your own crest, and like.
Now, let me try to explain this in a way that would be easy to understand, right?
Bruh.
Barovia is cut off from
Yes,
everywhere else.
Yes,
no,
yes,
like-
I know it's cut off.
Yeah, that's lovely. I'm glad you know that.
Everything has their own shit in here. Yes.
Yeah.
The part that stuck me was she said that was her crest.
No, just let King
See,
finish.
that's where
Let
I'm
King
going.
finish. He's
That's where
gonna
I'm
get on
going.
that point. Just
All
let him
right,
finish.
so she said that this is her crest, and Barovia is cut off from everywhere else. Perhaps, just maybe, she serves the role here that the Raven Queen out there serves, right? Right? That's like that's obvious, right? Because she's the goddess of death. Like, how do you know that she isn't the counterpart in Barovia of what the Raven Queen is out there? And I'm not gonna lie, it might just be me misremembering things, but every time you bring up the Raven Queen, doesn't everybody else say that they don't know what the fuck you're talking about?
I see
No,
it.
no. When I first mentioned that, Whitehaven said, "Oh, that bitch." So this is before the temple got reset. So I feel like she knew because she knew. I feel like okay, maybe not everybody knows.
Whitehaven is a special
Whitehaven-
case.
Yeah,
And there was a book about listening about how there's a mirror in the Strahd's castle that links to Raven. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay,
maybe
okay,
not
wait,
everybody knows that part.
Okay, wait, but
Okay,
you're
so-
going with two special beings here.
Okay, so I guess putting this in, right? Did it say explicitly that it's the Raven Queen, or did it mention a goddess of death?
Myself, like speed read
Check
because I'm
Discord.
because like with this and like slowly kind of detailing the circle, I'm starting to realize a lot, because I think from the start, if I remember right, Sotero, he worshipped Palor, I believe.
Yes, Palor. Yes, Palor.
And when he brought up Palor to, I think, the abbot, he had rephrased it as the Morning Lord. Essentially,
But I know, yes, there's the night, whatever. I know that, but like,
yeah, the Night Mother.
Yeah, Night Mother.
So I'm thinking, right, in this case,
Well,
it
if that's the
isn't
case, then
this, like, Barovia being disconnected from the Sword Coast and like the usual like deity hierarchy and everything, right?
well, if that's the case, then oh shit.
Yeah, like they have their own gods, their own hierarchy, their own mythology going on over here, as opposed to what's going on out there. So every time you bring up the Raven Queen, or you thought that this Night Mother in the mirror would be the Raven Queen, it instead may have been her.
Oh,
Also, guy, and I didn't mention though is that like both Strahd and Whitehaven are also like special beings in this case. Like they're not just average humans.
yeah, no, I understand that. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah. Like I don't expect Wolfram
Yeah.
to put all that together because he wasn't here from the start. So
Yeah,
like,
thank you. I'm
it's
trying
like-
to do best. I'm trying to do based off what he knows.
no, like I get that. Like, don't worry. Like that's firmly in my mind. Like I understand Wolfram wasn't here with the rest of the group.
I'm not trying to make it.
Yeah, I get it. I know that.
I'm trying my best here, but I wish you guys would pay attention to things that like really important characters have told you about stuff, because then it would. I mean, I don't know if it would make sense to you, but it's pretty clear on what's happening. Or if you paid attention at all to anything anyone's ever discussed or said about Wolfram, it's fairly like it should be pretty clear on what's going on. I don't know why you're not trying to work on it, but you know, like if it's not clear, let me know, and I guess I could reiterate. But I hate doing that in general because it's like what do you do during sessions? Like what do y'all do? Because like I feel like I don't know, man. Like I feel like things go because they're written to go, but they go in like specific order. Like this is revealed part 1, then that's how I work. But like I don't think you know, like I don't think you're paying attention to what's being discussed. So I'm confused because that was a terrible situation you got yourself into.
No, I don't see that part.
Yeah, I have no
And,
idea what's going on then.
Oh well, I'll give you a nice hint. Whenever anyone talks about Wolfram and Barovia, what do they say?
Never heard of her. Or who was that?
Nope.
Well, what do they say, Wolfram?
Specifically, the 8 that you've discussed and talked to, who've been revealing the world and how you're stuck in this thing. What have they revealed?
I'm not. Well, he's not real. This will. Well,
So
basically-
why wouldn't that be like the thing you're focusing on?
Well, that Morgan told that to
Master.
yeah. So like I wouldn't know that.
Wait,
Oh,
Kessler?
well, since Kester didn't tell you, yeah, that's the thing though.
Yeah, I'm trying to focus on that part. Like I'm trying to Mel game myself.
Well,
it's exhausting.
I mean, if that's the case, then Kester's gonna get you killed, I guess. Oh well, next
my
session should be
Oh
entertaining.
my god.
Oh yeah, they told me
That's-
not to tell him that.
Yeah, because then he said,
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
because like,
he would
if he
just
told him, he
fade.
would die.
Yeah, because then he would
like,
just
again-
fucking like decouple his existence.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you probably should have said it
Yeah.
anyway. Ah, well.
I'm not trying to
I didn't want to decouple his existence. Why did they tell me that? Why would they tell us? Nah. I'm blaming this on the 8. The 8 fucked you over.
Dang, King, back in with
I'm-
the omens.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
because-
not around here. I'm trying to follow all the
I
rules
mean-
here. I'm like, oh yeah, I understand that, but like, no one told me that he's not real. I
There
don't
are
understand
no rules. I mean, you're talking about the metagaming thing.
that.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know I'm not real.
Well, that
Poof, I'm
sucks,
dead.
man.
He told me not to tell him because he'll
I'm
decouple his
fucked here.
existence, and I didn't want his
I'm fucked here.
existence decoupled, so I'm blaming this on the 8.
I take no responsibility. Fuck this.
Okay, that makes sense.
He said, "This ain't my fault. It's their fault.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm not in the wrong here. I'm just following like
That
any
certainly
rule
makes
in here.
sense.
Like,
I could have decoupled your existence by now. You could have.
I
You
know,
should be
right?
thankful. At least you get to die a natural death.
what you
But
mean
yeah,
by
man,
that?
like
Sometimes you died here.
at this point in the campaign, there's like a lot of lore, and I get that, but like, I don't know, it's fucking,
Yeah.
it's not, it shouldn't be that confusing if it's just about your character. If you're trying to memorize lore and shit about every character, then you're an idiot. Not personally, but yeah, you shouldn't be trying to track everything every character's going through. You should probably focus on yours in terms of like information.
Okay then.
But yeah, man. I don't know what's gonna happen next session because you did something I didn't expect anyone to do. You are in your last character though, so you know. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm gonna head out and try to figure out how this Wednesday thing's gonna happen now. Because
Hey, Mr. J.
I was given information I didn't know I wanted or I didn't know I needed to have now.
It is what
Cool.
it is, bros. It is a little different position.
Trying to think if I have anything else to. We're just worried about Tilgrim and yeah, Jotun. I mean that could go real bad, right?
Wait,
And
Jotun?
potentially
Doesn't Jotun
Lucian.
have like Strahd power coursing through his veins?
Yeah, you should probably sense that because you sense the.
Yeah,
Khan.
something like that.
I for sure. In that case, Jotun's fine. Tilgrim isn't.
Yeah, we gotta have to figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened either. The whole
Mhm.
like that was kind of weird. How Zion
Brody said
didn't
something
like,
about like +1s or something. So I go.
yeah, I know that, but shit doesn't matter to me if no one follows through with anything. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure.
Because Doherty's definitely not there, right?
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Zion. You kind of fucked this.
I was kind of confused too because I wasn't. That's why I asked you in the beginning. Like I was like, who has cards? Okay, and you know, also that's why the lead up I said you guys just want to plan and prep to make sure that trip is like nice.
Hey, Zion,
And
can you
now
hear
it's like 2 red flags. I'm like, fuck. All right, cool. That should be okay, I guess.
So the
John.
damn, they got me killed.
I'm here.
Zion, can Pilgrim break dance at all?
This
Are you
man
carrying
here-
like any instruments? Can you sing?
I have an instrument.
This man said, "Yo, let's break dance. Maybe we could get something across."
All right. Okay. I mean, I do want to know what happens if Kessler and them Kessler will fight and he pull out. You know what? You don't exist, right? And I just want to see what's gonna happen. Like, I'm waiting for that. Like, I'm constantly antagonizing King, bro. I'm just saying, I'm antagonizing this. I do this on purpose. Like, I get this on
Bro,
purpose.
I've been like saving that in my like back pocket until like 20 sessions ago. And then I forgot all of a sudden, like, yo, if this motherfucker gives me any sass, even the tiniest bit of sass, he's done. He's finished. He's gone. And then
I'm constantly
ago, I forgot.
I'm constantly on your ass for, but you don't see why I'm only a dick towards you and you.
Brother, I would have decoupled your ass like 20 sessions ago.
Like,
Honest to God.
Well, hell no.
Maybe I won't be like, who knows? Maybe after like make a save through like remade my conscience and I don't know, something like stop it, like
You have to make a save to fucking not believe me. And the second, even the tiniest second that your mind wavers, maybe I don't exist. You're gone, finished, gone.
Maybe I don't exist. Wait a minute. But if I don't exist, then
Thanos.
that's the last we ever see a wolf.
Like we really just be
Bro.
like rolling down the street, and then all of a sudden he's like thinking to himself, and then he just stops existing. I'm like,
Bro, I'm constantly
That's
say that, bro.
almost
Like I gotta know. I asked Jay, he say, I don't know. You gotta see. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm this time I was on King's ass. Like, yo, come
holy
on, bro. Just say it, bro.
shit,
Like,
brother.
I've been addicted to you only. Like, I stopped being addicted to to
Oh,
Khan and Jeremiah.
brother.
Only you.
I'm out here trying to preserve your existence. Like, bro, they really said, you know, like, that guy, Wolfram, yeah, that guy definitely not rich. But like, if you tell him, he'll die. So, you know, do with that as you will. I'm like, you know, I'm a nice guy, Kester. I'm chaotic good. Of course I wouldn't do something that fucked up. And then you started giving me shit, and I'm like, when is the good time? When is a good time to just fucking snap his ass out of existence? And I fucking forget. And I don't know how I lost this leverage. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you get through here, you're so screwed. You're so screwed. You're so screwed.
Not King.
He doesn't even
King.
disappear
You
with
gotta
the
save it. You
DO
gotta save
sound.
it. You gotta wait. Watch. You gotta man like
Oh,
accomplish this
now.
quest. The Raven Queen's about to like knight him, and just be like, "Hey, yo, by the way, you ain't real."
Hey, yo, by the way, you ain't real.
His arm, bro. You get fooled by a seagull. Yo, King, why are you not going?
I'm about to fucking log off in like a minute and a half.
Okay. Just want to confirm. Just want to confirm. Am I in the fault here, bro? I'm following the rules here, bro. I don't know.
No, you're not in the fault.
The only thing wrong
Thank
you did was like try to be like in depth with it. That's the only really thing you did wrong.
Yeah, that was more, but like again, I was paying attention, but like I can't manage the game, bro. Like, yeah, I know that don't exist, and you know, I got Thanos snap. I can't say that shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you remembered. I don't think you remembered that you don't exist. Yeah, I don't think you remembered. I think you're bullshitting.
And then I get deleted by the that's the kids there.
Yo, Yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I just sung Last Surprise and got across. I don't know what's
Hey,
good
no,
with y'all.
You're a
Right there.
bard, bro. You can
Yeah.
sing a last surprise and get across. We can't do that shit.
I'm a bard next time.
That's so fucked
Hey,
up. Yeah, I
oh,
have higher charisma than you.
By the way, when I did mistakenly peek at your stuff, you should have more skills.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Huh?
I
That's crazy.
didn't mean to peek. I just
My man said that you're fucking underskilled. Where's the
no.
rest of your skills?
Yo,
it-
screenshot.
Ain't no way.
no, I'm not gonna look again. It's just you should have
Like-
6
Like hit him with photo
Fix
shoot,
what?
bro. Just like play some photo shoot.
expertise.
Say with that, bro.
But yeah. Huh?
It should be 6. Yeah, it is 6 expertise. I'm looking right now.
You have 6 skills?
Wait, you said 6 expertise.
No, 6 skills. Because
Yeah,
you
6
get
skills.
3 from being a halfling and 3 from
Being
being
a
a bard.
Lord.
It's,
Yo, you keep saying. I keep telling you, it's eloquence. I don't know why you keep saying lord.
Oh, you're not a lord.
no,
Hey,
it's
yo,
just
hey, yo, if I had to tell you this one more time,
being
start taxing you.
a bard in of itself. I believe you get 3 skills at level.
No. You get 4. You get 4 of those skills. 4 of those
Oh,
skills.
4 skills at level.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cut it off there because I need to go raid and go to sleep. But yes, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here for this session. A little bit of conversing before we get into the nitty gritty of making it towards the castle, and well, I guess from there, attending the masquerade. Ran into a bit of an issue with our barbarian not being able to read a room, and one of our party members not having the required item to get through and not saying anything. So usual D&D Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, we're all gonna die. But yeah, thank you all for watching. It is really appreciated. Next D&D session will be Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you enjoyed what you saw, or a little bit, you know, it's less of us bickering, more of us actually doing stuff. We end the sessions roughly at 10, and I keep the stream going usually an hour after, so we can talk over some stuff, have it on stream. So in case, worst case scenario, one of us forgets the lore stuff, we can just boot up stream, go to this one, and bang, we have the whole conversation there. But yes, thank you all for watching. It is really appreciated. Let's find someone to raid. Is there anyone we can raid? Actually, Uni right now is streaming, so we can go raid him. And let's give him some love. Oh, someone dipping from the chat. So, we're gonna go raid Universal Gaming Fam. Right now, he is playing Diablo 2. So we're gonna go over, show him some love. Thank you all for watching. It is very appreciated. Stone, thanks for the raid. I wasn't able to verbally thank you because I was busy laughing at some of the comments made after the session. But yeah, it is very appreciated. If you were here before Stone raided and don't know who Stonegrass is, SGWF, Stone's Galactic Wrestling Federation, one of the most entertaining federations to find on Twitch. If you're not there for the wrestling, you'll probably be there for the conversations. It's a lot of chatting, a lot of just catching up between everyone in chat and Stone and his wonderful wife, Carrie. And if you're there for the wrestling, there is a lot of it to be had. They stream, I think, straight up 5 times a week. Pure wrestling, just all wrestling. So if you're a big wrestling guy, go over check them out. If you're not there as much for the wrestling, but you still want to be there to talk, once again, very good place. Tomorrow I'll have a schedule set up for DKW, so probably when I come home I'll be able to host it. I'll set up the matches and everything. Have to be out of my own pocket, but once again, thank you all for watching. It is indeed see ya. My brain short-circuited.